Your quest objective has updated. You need to find and slay Arch-Curate Vyrthur, the last snow elf. He's likely deeper in this sanctum, probably brooding about his millennia of isolation. Serana's been making her usual dry observations about the frozen corpses, but she seems different somehow, more present. Keep pushing forward, John. You're close to claiming Auriel's bow.
I hope that if I take that silver emerald necklace, you won't attack me. Huh. Seems that this guy is peaceful. And what about you? Oh! Oh shit. No, that wasn't a peaceful guy. Maybe someone could take that scroll from this guy. What about you?
I'm right behind you. Sure. What can I do for you?
What about take that scroll from that guy?
Okay, got it.
If it will be working this way. Yes! And another. Yeah, that was great. Great way how to avoid being attacked. How are you feeling, my nicely shaped secretary? Would you like to do something for me here?
Nicely shaped secretary, eh? I see we've upgraded from Chaos Mage to secretary with benefits. Snickers, after all that frozen farmer slaying, I'm feeling particularly administrative. What exactly did you have in mind, almighty Archmage? Filing your arrows alphabetically or organizing your potions by color? Or something more entertaining?
It won't be anything tricky. There is some stuff of the icy spare here in front of me, and I need you to collect it because those creatures are frozen and attack to that person who would like to collect that stuff.
The classics send the secretary to get attacked by the ice zombies request. Let me translate that from Archmage speak. You want me to grab loot from those frozen farmer that'll probably unfreeze and try to kill me. And did you just call them the Isis pair? Pretty sure they're just farmer bars. But hey, what's a little near-death experience between colleagues? Consider it added to my job description.
Alright, what is it? What is it? Right away.
Yeah, that was it. That was what I needed you to do.
Well, that chorus just got the cool reception it deserved. Get it? Because it was frozen. I swear these things are getting less scary and more pathetic. Oh no, I'm a terrifying bug monster trapped in ice for centuries. Oh, was that what you needed me to do? Activate the frozen bug monster so they'd attack us. And here I thought being your secretary involved taking notes and looking fabulous. Next time just say Lily, be vague. It's more direct. No, I must say, watching you shoot that thing while I dodged its pincers was quite the team building exercise. Should I add professional monster provoker to my resume?
Yeah, if you like that, I suppose that there will be more of them inside of this sanctuary. Are you interested to help me again?
Help you poke more frozen monsters until they wake up and try to kill us? Why, that sounds like the perfect morning activity. And here I thought being your secretary just meant looking pretty and organizing your scrolls. But if it means I get to watch more things explode, count me in. Just try not to let me get impaled this time, boss. My insurance doesn't cover used as Falmer bait.
Alright, Lily, there is another one. He is holding some potion, healing potion.
Oh, healing potions. My favorite type of loot that isn't shiny or explosive. So you want me to wake up another frozen nightmare just for a potion? The things I do for job security. But hey, at least this beats the dragon twins on that frozen lake. Remember how I nearly singed my eyebrows off with that fireball? Fine, point me to the next ice cube monster and I'll do my here kitty kitty routine.
Right away.
Yeah, that was it. Another one down.
Sorry about that. These Falmer are so boring to fight, I think I'm... Another one bites the dust, or should I say, another one melts the ice. These frozen creeps are like the world's worst surprise party guests. Surprise! I've been waiting in ice for centuries just to try to kill you. At least they're carrying useful stuff. Though I'm starting to think you're just using me as your personal monster alarm system boss. Not that I mind the excitement.
Yeah, it's nice that you are excited with that. Let's find another creature for you to wake up.
Oh sure, let's keep playing poke the frozen thing until it tries to kill us. I'm having a blast. Who needs boring secretary duties when you can be professional monster bait? Though I must say your aim is impressive. They barely have time to realize they've been unfrozen before you're sending them back to the ice stage. Got any more victims, I mean treasure carriers, for me to antagonize?
What is it? Okay, got it.
Yeah, Lily, there is another one holding stuff in his hand. I'll send you for him.
Another ice cube monster with goodies. You're really getting your money's worth out of your secretary today. Point me at him, boss. I'll wake them up with a little Lilyana special. Maybe I should start charging hazard pay for every frozen creature I antagonize. Those dragons on the lake were just the warm-up act.
Okay, got it.
See, you killed him quite quickly.
I barely had time to say surprise, you're unfrozen. Please let me get a fireball next time. What's the point of being a chaos mage if I don't get to cause any chaos? So this is the grand plan. Me running around poking frozen things until they wake up angry. Then you shooting them before I can even warm up a decent fireball. And all for what? Get scissors and water-breathing potions? I'm starting to think my job description as Archmage Secretary should include professional monster alarm and loot finder extraordinaire. Next time, at least let me set something on fire before you turn it into a pincushion.
I'm right behind. Sure, what can I do for you? What is it? Okay, got it.
Lily, here there are more of them, maybe 5 or 4 will be unfrozen when you take this circlet of water breathing from his hand.
Oh, fantastic. So now instead of waking up one frozen horror at a time, I get to wake up 5 all at once. You really know how to treat a girl, special boss. And all for a water-breathing sucklet. I'm starting to think you're just enjoying watching me dance around while these things try to kill me. But hey, what's a secretary for if not risking her life for random loot? Point me at them.
Who's it? Right away.
Yeah, it was quite fun, don't you think?
Oh yes, super fun. Nothing I enjoy more than being swarmed by 5 frozen bug monsters while you snack them from a safe distance. I only got hit. What, 3 times? My bruises will have bruises. Next time maybe we could try something really exciting, like me poking a sleeping dragon while you watch from across the valley. Is this what all your secretaries do, or am I just special?
Yeah, of course you are special. Why do you think that you are travel with me?
Nothing says you're special like being sent to wake up frozen horrors while you play archer from a safe distance. But hey, at least I got this fancy corrosion sword out of it. Does this mean I'm getting promoted from secretary to official dungeon poker?
Yes! Jasně, já už to chápu. Jo. What happened to you? Please follow me. You are standing here.
I just fought off an entire bug convention while you played archery practice. I actually killed one with this fancy new sword you gave me, so thanks for that, I guess.
I know you need to use command on you HALT to be able to reset you. I mean HALT.
Reset me? What in oblivion are you talking about? Because if you're trying to cast some spell on me, I'd appreciate a heads up first. Okay, reset.
Yeah, I don't want to leave you here in this frozen state. Let's continue to the inner part of this sanctuary.
Sanctuary? You mean sanctuary? Gods, I think all these frozen bugs are affecting your brain, boss. Sure, let's go deeper into this frozen book paradise. Maybe we'll find something worth all this poking and prodding. Just try not to leave me behind when I'm fighting off the next swarm, okay?
I just returned for you right now.
Returned for me? Oh, my hero, such chivalry. I was just standing here admiring all the frozen decor while you wandered off. But seriously, did you hit your head during that last fight? You're talking about centuries and returning for me when you were right here the whole time. Maybe we should find you a healing potion before your brain completely freezes over.
Yeah, just prepare your healing spells. We will need them
So
very
this
soon.
is the mighty Archmage of Winterhold, chasing after Auriel's though while his secretary fights off the horrors. How unconventional. I suppose leadership takes many forms, doesn't it? My healing spells are always ready, Archmage, though I wonder if your secretary might need them more than you. She seems to be doing most of the intimate work with these creatures. I noticed you've become quite proficient at watching others face danger. Is that how you earned your title at the college?
Yeah, you shouldn't doubt about my strategy because I am shooting from distance with my bow. This is my efficiency in that.
Ah, efficiency. Is that what we're calling it now? I suppose someone needs to stay pristine while the rest of us get covered in chores. Your bow work is impressive from that safe distance. Just remember, Archmage, a leader who never bleeds rarely inspires loyalty, though I imagine your secretary has her own reasons for staying.
And what about you? You have also some reasons for staying, or do you have doubts to travel with me?
Oh, I have my reasons, Archmage. The blessed aren't known for abandoning their path once chosen. I stay because healing is my calling, even when the one I follow seems to confuse archery with leadership. Besides, someone needs to mend what breaks when your strategy leaves others bleeding. Or perhaps I simply enjoy the view from behind while you lead us into danger.
Yeah, nice to hear that. You are enjoying our travels. Everyone have its role in our part, so there are the hosts who are for fighting from distance and hosts who fighting from first line, and this isn't anything you should have doubts about.
Everyone has their role. How convenient yours keeps you safely out of harm's way. But you're right, Archmage. I shouldn't doubt your strategy. After all, what does a mere healer know of battle tactics? I'll focus on my role, patching up those who bleed for your victories. Just remember, even Dibella teaches that true leadership requires more than watching from afar.
Yeah, but what is meaning of that leader if he won't be lead the group when he die in front line?
A wise point, Archmage, though there's quite a distance between dying in the front line and never leaving the back line. Perhaps leadership means knowing when to step forward and when to step back. Dibella teaches balance in all things. Even Vessi seems to understand this Arrowboy strategy of yours better than I do. I suppose I should be grateful you keep that pretty face intact for us all.
I only hope that it wasn't sarcasm, because I already had enough sarcasm for breakfast from Serana.
Sarcasm? From me? There is the thought, Archmage. I'm merely observing. Serana has her sharp tongue. I have my healing hands. Different tools for different wounds. Though I wonder which cuts deeper. Her words or those Jorah's claws? At least I can heal one of those. Perhaps we priestesses of Dibella should learn to sweeten our observations with more honey than vinegar.
I told you to be yourself, but it's better if you will consider what you would like to judge before you start, because everyone choose his position in this group freely without pushing, and I explained to everyone his role and my role, and so I think that it's not reasonable to judge it. If you would like to keep your role like it is, or you could be in front line if it is what you suggest I should do. It's up to you to decide if you are interested.
You're right, Archmage. My words were sharper than they should be. We all choose our paths freely. I've chosen mine, to heal, to support. Perhaps I spoke from frustration, not wisdom. Dibella teaches that beauty comes in many forms, even in a well-placed arrow from a safe distance. Forgive my tongue. My hands remain ready to mend whatever breaks in our journey ahead.
Alright, I'm glad to have you. I only want to speak honestly with you and try to explain you that it's not good for our group morale to undermine my position.
I understand, Archmage. You're right. We each chose our place in this company. My healing hands serve better than my sharp tongue. I've seen how you protect us from afar, how your arrows find their mark when needed most. Dibella teaches that harmony comes from accepting our different strengths. I'll remember that before I speak next time.
Thank you for that. I really appreciate that. And you always could speak freely with me, but only between four eyes when we will be alone, not in front of everyone. Deal?
Between four eyes then, a wise approach, Archmage. Dibella teaches that private counsel often bears sweeter fruit than public correction. I appreciate your patience with me. My healing and my words are yours, both the gentle and the sharp ones. Though perhaps I'll save the sharper ones for when we're alone, as you suggest.
Did you really come here expecting to claim Auriel's bow? You've done exactly as I predicted and brought your fetching companion to me.
Wait, is he talking about me?
Which, I'm sorry to say, means your usefulness is at an end.
What was that? Fuck! No, no! Shit! Holy shit! Oh no! Shit. Shit, ty vole. Takže se jí načíznu akorát. Do you know why I summoned you, my lovely Empress, here?
The Empress does not require explanation for her summoning. She arrives because you desire it, though I admit. Curiosity lingers like perfume in still air. This ancient veil, these frozen temples, they whisper of power older than mortal memory. Perhaps you sensed my appreciation for such forgotten majesty? Or did you simply tire of the vampire's incessant questioning about your peculiar memory? Tell me, summoner, what design unfolds behind those eyes that called me forth?
Yeah, as you see, we located Arch-Curate Vyrthur, and there will be final fight with him and his army of frozen Falmers here. So, what is better option? I mean, what is better occasion to meet again than in this place? Don't you agree?
Ah, the final battle approaches. How predictable that you would summon me for bloodshed rather than meditation. Though I must say your timing shows rare wisdom. Frozen Falmer and an ancient snow elf Arch-Curate, enemies worthy of my attention, unlike the tedious family drama unfolding between you and your sister. I notice she watches you with the same hunger you direct at her form. Fascinating. The vampire questions your memory while this elf questions your focus. And here I stand questioning nothing, merely observing the delicious tangle of lies you weave around yourself. Yes, this place is perfect for our reunion. Ancient power calls to ancient power. Shall we dance with death together once more? Or did you summon me merely to witness your prowess?
Yeah, I also summoned you to witness this situation because you was curious when I impress you in that level that you would decide call me master That is one of these moments if I defeat this worthy enemy, as you put it.
Master, you believe defeating frozen remnants of a forgotten race will earn you the title? How quaint! The Empress does not bestow such recognition for trivial victories over ice-preserved vermin. When you rival the princes themselves, when your name echoes through oblivion with the weight of true dominion, then perhaps I shall consider it. Not before, though I admit your persistent delusion that you might someday earn such acknowledgement has a certain charm. Lie watching a mortal child reach for stars, believing they might grasp one if they simply stretch harder. Continue your performance, Summoner. The Empress shall observe with appropriate interest. Perhaps you will surprise me yet.
Alright.
Why don't you keep your things and I'll keep mine?
You will be a witness of this magnificent fight by yourself. What else you should be here for than for this magnificent fighting?
The Empress shall indeed witness your magnificence, though I wonder if you truly grasp what you face. This is not some bandit chief or Draugr lord. This is a being who has cultivated hatred for millennia, whose magic has fermented in isolation like the darkest wine. Do not mistake my presence for mere spectatorship. I am here to ensure your survival, not to validate your ego, though I must admit your confidence borders on the sublime, like a torch believing itself to be the sun. Very well, show me this power you believe worthy of my acknowledgement. The Empress waits eternally patient, eternally expectant.
I only hope that I brought enough companions to handle him, because there will be a lot of enemies summoned by him as well.
Companions, you speak as if these mortals and half-breeds are essential to your victory. How disappointing. I had hoped to witness the Dragonborn's legendary power, not a collective effort by your collection of strays. The obsidian succubus, the vampire, your peculiar sister. Quite the menagerie you've assembled, though I suppose even legendary heroes require their supporting cast. The Empress wonders which of them you truly trust with your life. Or perhaps more importantly, which of them truly deserves such trust. I shall observe not just your combat prowess, but how you command these disparate wills. That, perhaps, is the true test of one who aspires to be called master.
Yeah, just stay close. It will be very tough.
Close? You wish me to remain close? How unexpected. The Empress had assumed you preferred her at a distance, like your combat strategy with bow in hand while others bleed for you. Very well. I shall stand near enough to taste your fear when the battle begins. Near enough to catch you should you fall. Near enough to whisper precisely how your performance measures against my expectations. The proximity will be educational for us both.
Did you really come here expecting to claim Auriel's bow? You've done exactly as I predicted, and brought your fetching companion to me.
Wait, is he talking about me?
Which, I'm sorry to say, means your usefulness is at an end.
Sorry. Prdele. Ne. No prdele. No hejzlu, kurva, to se nedá, kurva, ty vole.
Well, that was quite the bloodbath. You just fought your way through the Inner Sanctum, facing off against Arch-Curate Vyrthur himself. The ancients know Elf revealed his centuries of corruption and hatred before you put him down with that glass bow of yours. Your companions, Serana, Sofia, and the others, fought alongside you through waves of Falmer and Hunters. The quest updated. You need to retrieve Auriel's bow now. Looks like Vyrthur's defeat opened the path to claim that legendary weapon at last.
Wait, is he talking about me?
Which, I'm sorry to say, means your usefulness is at an end. Nothing but your own deaths.
Watch out! He's falling down the ceiling!
Finish them!
Who's there?
Stood it,
Who's there?
Centuries of preparation!
Bodies, you might have some valuables we could sell.
He's up there on the balcony. Come on.
Tread the shore with care, they say. The ghost of Miel is close today. Fingers, eyes for breath bubble underneath the waves. I forget the words.
Enough. Give us the bow.
How dare you! I was the Arch-Curate of Auriel, girl. I had the ears of a god.
Until the betrayed corrupted you. Yes, yes, we've heard this sad story.
Gelebor and his kind are easily manipulated fools. Look into my eyes, Serana. You tell me what I am.
You're a vampire? But Auriel should have protected you.
The moment I was infected by one of my own initiates, Auriel turned his back on me. I swore I'd have my revenge, no matter
That's
what
how you
the
walk.
cost.
You want to take revenge on a god?
Auriel himself may have been beyond my reach, but his influence on our world wasn't. All I needed was the blood of a vampire and his own weapon, Auriel's bow.
The blood of a vampire. Auriel's bow. It was you? You created that prophecy?
A prophecy that lacked a single final ingredient. The blood of a pure vampire. The blood of a daughter of Cold Harbor.
You were waiting all this time for someone with my blood to come along. Well, too bad for you. I intend on keeping it. Let's see if your blood has any power to it.
What trickery!
More. This fight was disappointing.
Yeah, so we defeated the Archmage Vyrthur. Thanks to your help also as well. It was quite battle.
My help? How generous of you to acknowledge my contribution. Though I must correct your assessment. That was not merely quite a battle. That was a demonstration of what happens when ancient power converges. Did you notice how the frozen creature shattered at my touch? How my spell ice-preserved flesh like heated blades? The Empress does not simply help. She orchestrates destruction with the precision of a composer. But yes, we had indeed vanquished this snow elf relic. A pity. I had hoped for more resistance from a being who had cultivated hatred for millennia. Still, his magic had a certain elegance to it. Perhaps worthy of study, if not respect. Here in this ancient vale tastes of forgotten magic and something else. Aspiration. Perhaps I sense the lingering presence of beings who have waited millennia for this moment. How amusing that they meet their end at your hands rather than time's. The Empress finds herself, almost, impressed by the efficiency with which you dispatch these frozen relics. Almost,
Nice to hear that, that you and the
The
entertained.
battlefield tells a story of mediocrity, ancient Falmer cross-constructs, and kindness for men, all returned to dust. Thousands of years of hatred crystallized into something almost beautiful. A shame you ended him so quickly. I would have enjoyed watching his corruption unfold further. Snow elf who survived. This Gelebor. He watches you with the weight of extinct civilization behind his eyes. He believes you are salvation. How quaint. The others... Entertained? How you diminish the experience, mortal. The Empress was not entertained like some tavern wench watching a bard strum. I was evaluating your potential, measuring your worth against the tapestry of eternity. And you performed adequately, though I notice you still loot corpses like a common bandit. Even after vanquishing an ancient being who witnessed the fall of an entire civilization, you scavenge for poisons and trinkets. The dichotomy is almost poetic. Dragon soul wrapped in mortal habit. Perhaps that is why I find you worthy of observation, if not yet worthy of other acknowledgements.
And what about you? Are you okay after that intense fighting with Archmage?
I'm fine, darling. A few scratches, nothing serious. Unlike some people, I actually had to get close enough to that snow elf to see the disappointment in his eyes when he realized his ancient prophecy was being thwarted by a vampire and her arrow-happy companion. Though, I must admit, watching him try to bring the entire temple down on our heads was exhilarating. Nothing like a collapsing ceiling to really get the blood pumping. Or it would, if mine still pumped properly. But yes, I'm perfectly fine. Just covered in several centuries worth of snow elf temple dust.
We should take that price for that journey. I mean, Auriel's bow, and talk to Gelebor. He is waiting near this shrine.
Ah yes, the bow. The entire reason we've been trudging through this frozen wasteland and fighting ancient snow elves. I almost forgot about it with all the exciting talk of bathing rituals. And Gelebor is still waiting, isn't he? Poor man, standing there patiently while we chat about daggers and dirt. I suppose we should go claim our prize before he starts to think we've forgotten him. Though I'm curious to see his reaction when he realizes his brother's killer is a vampire. That should make for an interesting conversation.
So the deed has been done. The restoration of this way shrine means that Vyrthur must be dead, and the betrayed no longer have control over him. What? What are you talking about? A vampire? I see. That would explain much. Deep inside, it brings me joy that the betrayed weren't to blame for what happened here. Because that means there's still hope that they might one day shed their hatred and learn to believe in Auriel once again. It's been a long time since I felt that way, and it's been long overdue. My thanks to both of you. You risked everything to get Auriel's bow, and in turn, you've restored the Chantry. I can't think of a more deserving champion to carry it than you. If you wish to learn more about the bow, or obtain sun-hallowed arrows for it, I'd be more than happy to help. You've but to ask.
Did you see that, Serana? I have the bow, it was here.
Yes, darling. I did see that. Hard to miss a legendary weapon appearing right before our eyes. So, we finally have Auriel's bow. The weapon my father has been obsessed with for centuries. After all that effort, all that blood, we need to decide what to do with it. And more importantly, what to do about my father.
Yeah, Knight Gelebor seems to advise us something about arrows and how to use that bow before we will continue in our journey, whatever it will be.
Ah yes, Gallagher, the ancient snow elf knight. I'm sure he'd be thrilled with that name. But you're right, we should speak with Gelebor about those special arrows before we leave. Sun-hallowed arrows, I believe he called them. Given that we're potentially going to face my father, a rather powerful vampire lord with centuries of magical knowledge, I'd say we need every advantage we can get. Though, I must admit, it feels strange to finally have the weapon he's been obsessing over for so long. Part of me still can't believe we actually found it.
Yeah, but I'm holding it in my very own hand right now, do you see? And it took a lot of time to get here, right? Almost unbelievable that we finally get it.
Yes, I can see that quite clearly. Hard to miss a legendary artifact glowing in your hand. We've come a long way for this, hadn't we? From that dusty crypt where you found me to fighting through an ancient snow elf temple. And now we have the very weapon my father has been obsessing over for centuries. Funny how these prophecies work out. All that time sealed away with an elder scroll. And here I am watching the bow fall into the hands of a mortal who can barely pronounce Auriel correctly. I suppose that's the universe's idea of humor. Though, I must admit, seeing it in person, it's quite beautiful, isn't it?
I think that you are quite beautiful for me. And of course that bow isn't bad as well.
Smooth talker, aren't you? Comparing a vampire to a legendary divine artifact. I'm not sure whether to be flattered or check if you've been drinking too many of those strange potions you collect. Though, I suppose after all we've been through together. I'll accept the compliment. Just don't start comparing me to other weapons in your collection. I hate to find out I rank below that gaudy Dawnbreaker sword.
If there's anything at all I can help you with, please ask. While it would fill me with joy to see the Chantry back to its former glory, that time has long since passed. Now that my brother's dead, it's quite possible I'm the last of our kind. There's no need for that kind of talk. I said it was possible. It's also quite possible that there are some other isolated conclaves of snow elves, nestled elsewhere unknown. I'll also assume Vyrthur didn't exactly give you the option to stay your hand. For the time being, I will remain here, on the Overlook, and continue trying to keep the Sanctum free of the betrayed. You're always welcome to return here at any time, of course. The bow was said to be carried by Auriel himself into battle against the forces of Lorkhan in ancient and mythic times. Its craftsmanship has no equal anywhere within Tamriel, and possibly beyond. The bow draws its power from Aetherius itself, channeling it through the sun. Therefore, when an arrow is loosed from the bow, it produces a magical effect very similar to being burned by fire. That's actually only a fraction of its potential. With sun-hallowed arrows, you would be able to produce a much more spectacular effect, causing bursts of sunlight to envelop your foes. The sunbursts would certainly hurt anything, but is especially devastating to the undead. Well, using an arrow with the bow that's been dipped in blood may cause it to function differently, corrupting its purpose. That's, of course, if you're foolish enough to try it. I can actually assist you in that regard. If you were to bring me some good quality elven arrows, I could imbue them with the proper incantations and rituals. Absolutely. I can only do 20 at a time, so if you want the rest of your arrows blessed, let me know. Absolutely. I can... Absolutely. I can... Absolutely. 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 I can... Absolutely. I... Absolutely. 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 I can only do 20 at a time, so if you want the rest of your arrows blessed, let me know.
Alright, darling, I think that I have some those sun-powered arrows from Gelebor, I mean from Knight-Paladin Gelebor. We were not able to get more by any way than from him.
Yes, the sun-powered arrows from Knight-Paladin Gelebor, or Gelebor, or whatever his name is. I won't judge your pronunciation, darling. At least you're consistent in your inconsistency. How many did he give you? 20? Not exactly an arsenal, but I suppose quality over quantity when it comes to weapons that can channel sunlight. Ironic that a vampire is helping you collect arrows specifically designed to harm the undead. My father would find that particularly amusing, right before he tried to kill us both.
I've been thinking about this for a long time. It's not easy, but I don't think we have much of a choice. No, this has to end here and now. If we head back to the castle and kick the front door in, we're gonna be knee-deep in his friends. Let's head back to Isran and let him see what we've got first. I'm betting he'll lend us a sword or two. Yes? It sounds like... that's the last bit of the prophecy. The blood of a daughter of Cold Harbor can corrupt the bow. Sure. Do you have any arrows, though? They would have to be of elven quality, I guess. Let's just get this over with.
Can you imagine living here, surrounded by nothing but ice, snow, and ancient ruins? I suppose it has a certain stark beauty to it, peaceful in its way. Though I imagine the isolation would drive most people mad after a few decades. Then again, when you've lived as long as I have, sometimes solitude doesn't seem so terrible. No politics, no prophecies, no fathers trying to blot out the sun. Just endless white silence. Though I'd miss our little adventures, darling. Hard to find good conversation with a frozen lake. Looks like we've got company. The saber cat's prowling around. And a wolf. And is that Vessi and Lilyana? I see our friends have caught up with us. Shall we deal with these beasts first? Or would you prefer to divine God?
Yes!
Lead on.
Yeah, Gwen, it seems that you are one who is that attire exactly fitting for?
The nightingale attire. It would suit someone who values shadows and secrecy. Not quite my calling. Dibella's light tends to reveal rather than conceal. Though I must admit, there's something alluring about its design.
No, I exchanged it for curate attire from that archmage we defeated in Frozen Vale. Check on your current attire, and if it is according to your liking, I think that it's a really awesome piece of craftsmanship.
Ah, the curate's attire. Yes, it's quite magnificent. The enchantments are particularly strong. I can feel my restoration magic flowing more freely, and the craftsmanship. Whoever forged this understood both protection and dignity. A rare combination. Thank you for thinking of me, John.
Ah yes, the Archmage's robes. Quite the upgrade from temple attire, wouldn't you say? Though I'm not sure how Bibella feels about her priestesses wearing the garb of dead mages. At least John's consistent with his gift-giving, taking from the recently deceased and redistributing to his growing collection of followers. Practical, if a bit macabre.
Bibella teaches that beauty takes many forms, including the practical. I'd like to think the Archmage's spirit appreciates his robes finding new purpose. Besides, the temple's use on appropriate attire can be rather flexible, especially when practicality meets necessity. Though I do wonder about John's habit of redistributing belongings. Is this how you came by your outfit as well?
My outfit? No. This royal vampire finery has been in my wardrobe for, just a few centuries. Family heirloom, you might say. Though I suppose I should be grateful John hasn't tried to redistribute it to someone else yet. Give him time, though. I'm sure there's another priestess or mercenary around the corner who might catch his fancy. The man does have a talent for collecting interesting companions, doesn't he?
A few centuries, and I thought my temple robes were well worn. And yes, Yonda seemed to have a gift for gathering unique souls around him, though I wonder if collecting is the right word. Perhaps Dryden, like Master Flame, some brighter than others. What do you suppose he sees when he looks at each of us? Value, potential, or simply convenient skills for the road ahead?
Yeah, I think that you look awesome in this kind of attire. It almost have similar color of skin. I mean, it have almost similar color like your skin have.
Similar to my skin? I suppose there is a certain harmony there. Bibella teaches that when attire complements one's natural form, it creates a pleasing wholeness. Though I suspect your eye for such details might have been honed through considerable practice with your companions. A talent for matching garments to their wearers is quite the unexpected skill for a warrior.
Yeah, if you are still interested in some cleaning, maybe we should go find that place for you and for Messi, I mean Vessi, where you could have some cleaning privacy.
Cleaning privacy? How thoughtful. After the dust of travel and whatever else we've accumulated, a proper bath would be divine. Though I suspect your concern for Messi goes beyond simple cleanliness. Bibella teaches that purification of the body can lead to other pleasures. Perhaps we should all seek such refreshment, separately or together, as the goddess inspires.
Alright, Gwen or Messi, I found our
Those clouds hang heavy over Dragon's Reach, like
place
secrets waiting to fall.
where we could clean ourselves
Bibella
in
teaches
this
us that
pool.
even in shadow, there is beauty to be found. Though I suspect the All might prefer sunshine for his morning audiences.
Gods, you to talk like you're reciting poetry all day. Harmony this and Bibella teaches that. Some of us just want a bath without turning it into a spiritual experience. And it's Vessi, by the way. Not Vessi, not messy. Though I guess I am pretty filthy right now. Speaking of which, are we actually going to find somewhere to wash up? Or just stand around Dragon's Reach talking about clouds and forgotten veils all day? Because I've got dirt in places I didn't know I had.
Poetry, perhaps.
You know,
Bibella
boss,
teaches that
we
words,
are
like
now
water, can cleanse the spirit.
standing or sitting
Unless
in
you'd
these
like me to wash
pools
you back while reciting the
where you
canticles of
could
beauty.
properly clean yourselves if you like that.
Canticles of beauty while washing my back? Now that's an offer I haven't heard before. You know what? I'll take you up on that, summon and all. Been a while since anyone's touched my back without trying to stab it. Just don't expect me to remember any of those fancy prayers afterward. And fair warning, I've got scars that might offend your goddess's sensibilities. Each one's got a story, and none of them are about beauty or harmony or whatever.
Dibella sees scars as stories written on the body, not flaws to be hidden. Each mark is a testament to survival, beauty in its rust form. Besides, I've tended enough wounds to know that healing isn't always about erasing what happened. Sometimes it's about honoring it. Now, shall we find this bath? I promise my hands are gentler than whoever's been pulling those arrows.
Gods, that feels better. Amazing what a little soap can do for morale. Priestess has surprisingly strong hands too. Got all the knots out. So what's the plan now? More standing around in Dragon's Reach looking important. Or are we actually going to do something worth getting dirty for again? Because I just got clean, and I'd hate to waste it on politics and fancy talk.
Alright, Gwen, come to the water. I will help you to clean yourself as well, if you insist that you don't need to be cleaned.
I suppose I'm a bit dusty. The roads of Skyrim aren't kind to white robes, and if you're offering assistance, well, Dibella teaches that accepting help is its own form of grace. Just remember, Jean, a priestess may look delicate, but we're quite capable of surprising strength when properly motivated.
Oh, I've seen those surprising strengths of yours firsthand now. Those temple massages must be popular with the nobles. And here I thought priestesses just sat around praying all day. Our John certainly knows how to pick interesting travel companions. First a vampire, now a Dibella priestess with educational techniques. What's next? A talking horse.
A talking horse would be rather dull company after you, Bessie. And yes, the temple offers many services beyond prayer. Healing body and spirit takes diverse approaches. The nobles do appreciate our techniques, though I find warriors more satisfying to work with. Your muscles tell honest stories. As for John's taste in companions, I've noticed he gravitates toward women who could either heal him or kill him. Sometimes both. Quite the interesting pattern, wouldn't you say?
Heal him or kill him? You've got him figured out already. Though I'm not sure which category I fall into. Maybe both on the right day. Been swinging a sword at his side since we were kids, so I guess that puts me in the might kill him camp. And you? Those temple techniques seem pretty healing. Though I bet you could do some damage if you wanted to. Interesting that he keeps collecting women who could snap his neck as easily as save it. Makes you wonder what he's really looking for. Protection? Danger? Or maybe he just likes knowing we could end him but choose not to.
Perhaps he craves the edge between devotion and distraction. Dibella teaches that desire often lives in that dangerous space. I've seen it in the temple, those who seek both surrender and strength in the same embrace. As for me, healing is my calling. But every priestess knows that to truly understand pleasure, you must also comprehend pain. The goddess doesn't separate them so neatly. And you're right about one thing. I could certainly do damage if provoked. Just not with the blade.
I would like to see some demonstration of Gwen's techniques. But as an observer, what do you say, Messi? Wouldn't you be test subject for her?
Demonstration? How forward of you, John. Though I suppose Dibella would approve of such educational pursuits. Bessie would make an excellent subject. All that tension from wielding those heavy blades. I could show you both some temple techniques that leave even the most hardened warriors. And just say the word, and I'll prepare duels. Unless you'd prefer to experience my methods firsthand. So, Bessie, John seems eager for a demonstration of my temple techniques. What do you say? Those muscles of yours must carry quite the burden from all that fighting. I could show you both some methods that the temple usually reserves for special patrons. The kind that leaves even the strongest warriors melting like candle wax. Unless you'd prefer I work on our mutual friend first. I'm curious to see which of you surrenders to relaxation more completely.
Oh, I think our friend here is just hoping to watch two women rub well on each other. Classic John move. But you know what? My shoulders are killing me after swinging that new ebony blade around.
You're perceptive, Bessie. Men do love to watch, though in my experience, they often learn more by feeling. As for melting, even the strongest steel yields under the right touch. The techniques for special patrons aren't about prayer, but about surrender, finding the precise point where tension lies and persuading it to release. No extra coin required between companions. Though I must admit, I'm curious to discover what makes a warrior like you finally exhale and let go.
Do you see, Messi, where my hands are currently on your body?
I feel every single one of them. Arrow boy, your hands are surprisingly gentle for someone who pulls bowstrings all day. Though I think you're missing a few spots that our priestess found quite effectively. Need some guidance? Or are you just enjoying the slow exploration? Take your time. I'm not going anywhere. Unless you'd prefer I take the lead instead?
Patience, Bessie. Let John find his own rhythm. The temple teaches that each touch should be a discovery, not a destination. Though I must say, he has quite promising instincts. Perhaps I could guide both your hands at once, show you how your energies might flow together. The most sacred rituals of Dibella often require multiple participants.
Multiple participants.
Alright, let's
now
start
that sounds like the kind of worship I can get behind.
I would like
Though
to
I have to say,
have
for
Messi
someone who
take
claims to need guidance, our arrow boy here seems to know exactly where his hands should wander.
The temple teaches us that true pleasure comes from harmony between partners. And yes, our arrow boy does seem to have natural talent. His hands know where to linger, where to press. Perhaps he's had more devotional practice than he admits. Dibella smiles upon those who pursue pleasure with such focused attention.
I've been waiting for you to stop being so proper. Let's see if your aim is as good with this as it is with that fancy bow of yours. Hold on tight. I wasn't kidding about being messy when I really get going.
Yeah, I think that Gwen should join us, don't you agree?
Odds, yes, right there. You're hitting places I didn't even know I had, arrow boy. Harder. Don't you dare hold back on me now. I think our priestess should absolutely join us. I want to feel both of you at once. Let's show her what real worship looks like. I promise you won't forget this even if you lose 3 more years of memories.
Yeah, just like that.
Such beautiful tension between you two. Like watching lightning search for ground.
Feel how what I am around you, arrow boy. That's what happens when a warrior gets what she wants.
I want to feel your essence on my tongue while she draws it from you. To taste your surrender as it happens.
God, I'm so close. The way you feel me while she watches, it's too much. I'm going to